Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's October 6th, Tuesday. And, if you had a catastrophe at home, if you had a meteor fall out of the sky in your backyard, and the concussion of that meteor buckled your foundation and caused your roof to start to cave in, caused your walls to start to separate, you can see daylight through them. You're going to call for the absolute best contractor you can find, because you want them to come in, survey the situation, and tell you what it's going to take to get your house back up and back in good condition. So what do here in America? We have the absolute #1 most highly educated construction outfit known to man. We're going to call them Close Enough Construction. And they're owned by a couple of geniuses, okay? Ben Bernanke and Tim Geithner. They own Close Enough Construction. They're coming to your house because they're going to fix your foundation problems. They're going to fix your caved-in roof, and they're going to fix the holes in the wall. So what are they going to do? They're going to brainstorm. They're going to get together because they've studied disasters before. They studied them in Ivy League schools, and they know how to repair from disasters that happen around the home. And they come back, and they brainstorm, and they come to you and say, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take 100 times the value of your home, okay? We need that in the form of a check right now. Then we're going to come into your home, and we're going to paint every wall in that house with a brand new coat of paint, and things will be just fine. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, I mean, that analogy, in layman's terms, is exactly what we're experiencing right now. The foundation of our economy has absolutely buckled and crumbled, okay? Close Enough Construction has come in, and they've taken trillions and trillions of dollars of money that we have right now and money that's going to be decades to pay for. And they've thrown this money at the problem, although they are not actually buying any of the problem-causing assets. They're holding them. The banks that they gave the money to, $800 billion, are sitting in the Federal Reserve right now because they're not loaning it out. They just give it right back to the Fed and collect interest on it. But they can say they're healthy because they have all this capital in reserve. Okay, that's what's happening right now in this country. The rest of the world knows what's going on. The rest of the world is sick of it. And I've been saying for months that every other week meetings are being held by the BRIC nations, coming out saying they want to trade in their own currencies. China's coming out and buying IMF SDRs in their own currencies. China's coming out and putting out commercials telling their 1.3 billion residents to start buying gold and silver. And what happens here in the U.S. with Close Enough Construction? They just keep singing the same tune. Everything's fine, everything's getting better, everything's going to be okay. Well, now we have it. A report comes out from the Independent, which is a UK-based paper, talking about the oil-producing nations are now officially saying they're no longer going to accept the U.S. dollar in trading of their product by the year 2018. Now, the thing about this is, there's no way in God's green earth it's going to take to 2018 to dismiss the dollar as a reserve currency. And here's why. Because at some point, the finger is going to get pulled out of the dam. And people are going to realize this dollar is doomed. It's doomed to fail. And they're going to start going crazy getting rid of it. Today is just a small sampling of what it could look like. $24 jump in gold. 80-cent rise in silver. Dollar collapses 50 basis points. That will probably be considered a good day by the time all of this is over. I'm going to attach this article, so please read it. Like I said, it's from the Independent. It tells about these secret meetings that are going on to get rid of the dollar. I'm also going to attach a story that one of you guys sent to me, and dang it, I'm sorry I didn't write your name down. But it's on the one of the owners of Close Enough Construction, Chairman Bernanke, and how he has decried transparency since day one. A transparent Federal Reserve is going to be better for the community, blah, 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 blah. And in this article, it shows how transparent they really are. The title of it is, Fed Won't Have to Immediately Disclose Lending Details. So they went to a federal appeals court They're going to hear their case, so they're going to delay having to give out the information that Bloomberg sued them for, which is where did the trillions go, who got it, and what did the American taxpayer get in return. You know, the only thing that takes any wind out of the sails of this story is I truly think by the time that the courts get around to saying, look, Freedom of Information Act, this is the public's interest at heart here. You have to turn over this information. I think by the time this information comes out, it's going to be a non-story because we're going to be pandemonium in this country with the dollar, with the swine flu, with the unemployment rates spiraling out of control. 2018 was given out today as a date to end the dollar. Forget about 2018. You need to think about early 2010, late 2009, maybe even late October for some kind of, who knows, some kind of calamity is coming. These issues, these events that are recent and escalating are coming to a head. And the longer it takes, the worse it's going to be. But the fact of the matter is, something has got to give. Everybody can feel that. You can feel that in your gut. With every day's news that comes out, 1 week the dollar's fine, it's going to be the reserve currency. That was said by Geithner and Bernanke less than a week ago, that the policy is still going to be a strong dollar, that there's no immediate worry about the dollar being replaced as reserve currency. Now here we are just a few days later. Dollar tanks, gold spikes, highest price ever. It's warming up to be a very calamitous winter for sure. So get prepared, and I don't know how to tell people close to me close enough or hard enough to get out of the dollar. I mean, if you are sitting, since the crash last year, I've walked around with maybe $1,000 cash in my wallet, just in case there was a bank run or bank holiday, and I had to get out of town and I needed, to get some gas. I'd have some reserve cash that I could go spend immediately if the ATM shut down or whatever. And starting tomorrow, that's going down to $200. The other $800, I'm going to go buy more silver with it tomorrow, even though the price is over $17. I don't care because I have food, I have ammunition, I have weapons, I have water stored up, I have gold and silver. But what I have too much of right now is dollars, and even $800, in my opinion, with it falling 50 basis points just today. Who knows what it's going to do over the next week? Who knows what secret meetings are going on between world leaders right now that we're going to find out about in a week? These things make me extremely nervous. And the fact is, we're not going to know about it here until it's way too late. So prepare. If you have dollars, do your best to turn them into something that is actually going to hold value. Gold, silver, food, weapons, ammunition, water, something that you can use, that you can actually trade for something tangible. So, at any rate, that's all I got.